Boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to a Premier League prediction video. This week we have game week number 1. As you can tell, we've added to us. We've got that behind me there. We've got those pictures there. We're hopefully we're beginning to get this set up like a setup should be, boys. And there's that behind me as well now, and there's that as well. There's that over there as well. But the setup, boys, is coming along. This week we have 2 guests this week. Both are Spurs fans, unfortunately. We have Dan Gaze.
And thank you for the invite as always. Always love seeing how well you're doing, and of course Josh as well. Let's get into it, mate. Game week 9, a big week.
And his mate Gary. So welcome Gary to the channel for the very first time, and Gaze, welcome back to the Premier League prediction series, mate. This week we have some big games, 2 derbies to get through. Without any further ado, we might as well, lads, get into the video. Excuse this, please, because I'm filming this at 20 to 9 on a Wednesday. I'm going to do a 2-hour shift somewhere. I'm going to go have some in the garden. So yeah, I'm going to early from early, but we've got let's get on with game number 9 of the Premier League. And the first game of the Premier League is going to be Arsenal versus Spurs, the North London derby. And as a neutral here, I'm going to say, Spurs are playing alright. Arsenal topped the league after the international break 2 months ago before the Euros. I'm going to say the Spurs won, Arsenal 1. And and Gaze and Gary, what do you both think in this game, pal?
So the big one, Arsenal versus Tottenham. Both teams playing quite well at the moment. Both teams getting results. Not sure they're both out of first gear yet. I do think if Arsenal get an injury or 2, they could be in trouble. And I think Tottenham have got a squad in depth. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. And I hope we smash them and play them at Spurs in January, I think.
Hi guys, how are we? I've been asked by Dan, United fan, apart from that he seems great, to do the score predictions. So my lovely assistant here, wife Victoria Meloni, who's a Chelsea fan, apart from that she's alright also, is going to tell me the teams, the fixtures, and I'm going to, I've had a quick look at them earlier, but I'm kind of just going to reel them off and tell you what I think. So let's go.
Arsenal-Tottenham.
Well, I'm a big Tottenham fan, as everyone knows. I would like to say a Tottenham win, but I'm going to go for a draw, and I'm going to go 2-2.
Thank you, guys. Now we move to Bournemouth versus Brentford. Now, Bournemouth still at a manager. Brentford playing alright. Ivan Toney's still playing alright football, and I'm going to say Brentford. You'd expect Brentford to cruise it. I'm going to go for 2-0 win to Brentford, I think, in this game here, because I can't see Bournemouth offering much in attack this game. Can't see them offering much. And Gaze and Gary, what are you two going for in this game?
Bournemouth-Brentford.
I think Brentford's going to win that. I think it's going to be 2-1 Brentford.
So, Bournemouth-Brentford. Not really too sure about this game, I'm not going to lie to you. Bournemouth obviously sacked their manager, have a new manager in. Brentford come off a loss to Arsenal. I can't see nothing but Brentford win, so I'm going to go for 2-0 to Brentford.
Thank you, guys. I move to Chelsea versus Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Graham Potter's first Premier League game in charge of Chelsea. He's had a Champions League to deal with. It's like they've had a Champions League. Now they've got a Premier League game for him in charge of Chelsea. And I'm gonna say you'd expect Chelsea to breeze them, but Chelsea are a good team. Palace are a good team at home. I'm gonna say Chelsea will nick this by 2-0. Hopefully Chelsea can get done for Graham Potter's first game in charge of Chelsea in the Premier League. And Gaze and Gary, what are you both going for in this game?
So Palace versus Chelsea. Graham Potter at the helm for Chelsea. Always a tough game for Chelsea Palace. Zaha usually performs quite well, so I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw there.
Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
That's a difficult one. I also think that's going to end the draw and it's going to be 1-1.
Now we move, thank you guys, now we move to Fulham against Newcastle. Ooh, Newcastle are good, but also Fulham are good as well though. But Newcastle will probably have too much. I'm going to go with 1-0 win to Newcastle. Because it will be a really, really close game. I think Newcastle will pip it last 10 minutes, I think. And Gaze and Gary, what are you going for in this game, pal?
Fulham, Newcastle.
Newcastle will win that. I think that will be a convincing win by Newcastle. I think they'll win 3-0.
Fulham Newcastle, a game I used to go to with my close Geordie friends. Always used to sit in the Newcastle end. They're always buzzing. I can't see nothing but a Newcastle win. 2-1. I think Mitrovic will score for Fulham as a return as he plays against his old club. But I'm going 2-1 to the Toon Army.
And then I move to Liverpool versus Brighton. And Liverpool have not had a good run of form lately in the league. But I do believe, without Graham Potter in charge, it will be a bit of an unsettling period for bit of an unsettling time for Brighton. Now they've got a manager in who I've never heard of in my life, some guy who I've never heard of. But I do think he could do pretty well. I think there. But I mean, he's not going to do it against Liverpool, though. And I'm going to say Liverpool 4, Brighton 0. And Gary and Gaze, are you agreeing with me that Liverpool will squeeze past Brighton or not?
Liverpool Brighton. As much as Liverpool haven't started too well in the Premier League, I don't think you can doubt their quality. With Potter leaving Brighton, I think that's going to be unsteady for a little while. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win to Liverpool. I think Salah will score 2 goals in that game, and I think Liverpool will bag the points.
Liverpool, Brighton.
Yeah, I think if Potter was still with Brighton, I'd have given them a bit of a chance. But I think now, no chance in hell. So I think they will lose that. I don't think it'll be a freshie, but I think it'll be a convincing 2-0 win.
Thank you guys. Now move to Southampton versus Everton. Frankie Lampard has it all to do at Everton if he wants to get them anywhere near back to the top again. He needs to get them playing, does Frankie Lampard. Southampton, I do believe Southampton will be really good this year. I'm going to say it'll be Everton 2, Southampton 0. Because Everton just need that one game where we can just score goals. Score, and then it'll be fine. And Gaze and Gary, what are you boys going for in this game?
Southampton, Everton.
This is a tough one, this one. I don't know on this one, but I'm going to go for a Everton win.
Southampton Everton. Well, bit of a boring sort of game I think that's going to be. Sorry, Southampton Everton fans. I can't really predict it, so I asked my missus, and my missus thinks 1-0 to Everton. So 1-0 to Everton is what we're going for.
Now we move to West Ham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Another team who needs the points this season is West Ham. They're sitting in that relegation zone. They need these big points of West Ham United now. And West Ham need the points. I'm going to go West Ham 1, Wolves 0. I think it will be a close game, but West Ham will pip it 1-0. Like the Fulham and Newcastle game I said earlier, they'll probably pip it like last 15 minutes, I reckon. And Gaze and Gary, what are you boys going for in this game?
West Ham Wolves. Well, both teams have not started the greatest. I think West Ham were in the bottom 3 last time I checked. I don't know if they still are. They just need a win. They deserve a win. So I'm going 1-0 West Ham.
West Ham, Wolves.
West Ham going to win that. Wolves are going to lose that game. I think West Ham will win that 3-0.
Because I move to the second game of, well, the second derby of the game, which is the Manchester derby. Man City versus Manchester United. You probably know what it is, not. We have a lot to discuss. Ten Hag's second taste of derby, because Liverpool's a derby as well. Oh, but Man City though, who is going to stop Haaland? Martinez and Varane at the back right now. Who is going to stop Haaland? Who is going to stop Erling Haaland? It has to be one of our defenders, I'm sorry. It has to be one of our wocks in that defence. But I do think we're going to get smashed. I do believe we are going to get smashed. I'm going to say Manchester United. I'm going to say Man City 3, Man United 1. It could be a goal fest. It could be an absolute battering for Man City, but 3-1 for Man City. And I know Gaze and Gary, you're both biased, but go on. No, you're unbiased, sorry, and don't be too rude, you boys. I really want to come back on again. Only joking. I love you boys. I love you guys, you know.
Man City, Man United.
Man United going to get absolutely hammered. I would probably go for... Let's go big on that. Let's go 4-0. Haaland's obviously going to get a couple of goals, so...
Another derby at the weekend. Manchester City versus Manchester United. I'm not going to sit on the fence with this one. As much as Manchester United are finding a bit of form and the new manager seems to be finding his way, I don't see Maguire or anyone in that back four stopping Haaland or De Bruyne. So I'm going with 4-1 to Manchester City. Crazy score, but I'm going for it.
You guys know, move to Leeds versus Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa need the backing of Steven Gerrard and Prince William. And Leeds, they're good at home. Leeds are good at home, but now I think with the backing of Prince William at Villa, I think that will give Gerrard's team a boost of. That's a boost of power, and I think it will be Leeds 0, Aston Villa 2. And Gaze and Gary, what are you boys going for in this game?
So Leeds Aston Villa, another not a great game if I'm completely honest with you. I think Stevie G needs to pull a few results out of the bag, and now he's got Prince William behind him. Maybe that happen. I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa, and let's hope they get the result for old Stevie G.
Leeds Aston Villa.
Aston Villa will win that. I think Aston Villa will win that 2-1.
Yeah, they move to the last game of game week number 9, which will be Leicester City versus Nottingham Forest. Under pressure, Brendan Rodgers, he could be leaving very soon if results do not change at this football club right now. He needs to change this club quick, otherwise here we out the door. But also Forest, they're not doing it well, and I think it will be enough time for Forest to win this game by 2-1. And for the final time, Gaze and Gary, for the last time, what are you boys going for in this game?
And Leicester, Nottingham Forest.
And I think Leicester will lose that because Leicester are not doing well whatsoever. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win, I think. I say that, I mean, they got a couple of goals against us. Obviously, we hammered them in the end. But I think they'll lose that 2-0. Cheers, Dan. Thanks a lot, mate.
Final game, Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. Forest are very fast coming forward, but they haven't really been scoring many goals. Leicester are not doing too bad, even though we did them 6-2 at the weekend, the almighty Spurs. I think I'm going to go 1-0 to Leicester, and I'm going to go with Maddison for the goal. He's a top player, and I hope to see him at Spurs very soon. So thanks again for having me on, Dan. Sorry it's just been quick little videos this week. It's been a busy week as I'm filming this now. It's 10:30 at night on a Friday evening. Hoping my friend Gary gets his videos into you, so he provides you for the show as well. And I hope to be on a big chat with you, Belle, Josh, and a few others very soon. But keep up the great work, mate. Love seeing your videos, love seeing your progression on YouTube, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Now, boys, We have so much to start to take. We have potentially 5 videos a week coming from this Friday to ages. You might see a vlog on Sunday night. Maybe, depending on if me and just go to the Stoke Watford game. But if not, you'll see Monday a champion video. Now, boys, my girlfriend is coming to stay from Sunday to Wednesday. So streams, there'll be no streams. There'll be videos though. The content will not stop as of a Saturday. Anthony Army starts on FIFA 23. If you're hyped for that series, smash that sub button. I'll see you all on Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday. If not, home on Monday. Until then, boys, peace out. See you all on Monday or maybe Sunday.